NATO says cutting back its joint operations with Afghan forces won't derail its mission in Afghanistan. From now on, only large military operations will be jointly conducted.
The restrictions are in response to the rising number of so-called insider attacks. Our Europe correspondent Mary Gearan reports.
So far this year, 51 members of international forces have been killed by Afghan troops or militants wearing their uniforms. Just days ago, 6 NATO military personnel died that way. And it's emerged that at the weekend, NATO instructed its forces to stop carrying out the regular operations alongside the local troops they're supposed to be training.
These measures are prudent and temporary in response to the current situation. We have said all along that we will take every step necessary to minimise the risks to our troops, and that's what we are doing.
The order means operations involving anything less than battalions will require the sign-off of a general, but the NATO chief played down the significance of the decision.
The goal is unchanged, the strategy remains the same, and the timeline remains the same.
The latest suicide bombing in Kabul has killed 12 people, mostly South African aviation company workers. It's been claimed as a revenge attack for the US film that sparked protests across the world. It's also a reminder of the growing risks in Afghanistan. And the UK's Defence Secretary was summoned to the House of Commons to explain what he knew about the NATO order.
ISAF has taken some prudent but temporary measures to reduce our profile and vulnerability to civil disturbances or insider attacks. The Security Force Assistance model is integral to the success of the ANSF, and ISAF will return to normal operations as soon as conditions warrant.
With the weekend's death of 2 British soldiers still raw, passions were evident. A Labor MP was ejected from the House over this statement.
Isn't this very similar to the end of the First World War, when it was said that politicians lied and soldiers died, and the reality was, as it is now, that our brave soldier lions are being led by ministerial donkeys?
I am fed up with watching our seriously good soldiers waste their lives, have their lives wasted by people who are meant to be our friends.
The debate will no doubt continue until the UK, along with the US, ends its combat role in 2014. Mary Gearan, ABC News, London.